Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching today. If you're loving bookish content, please like and subscribe. Anyway, today's video is going to be a what I realistically read in a week. Now, I am a slow reader girly and I feel like I somewhat have some sort of responsibility to advocate for those other slow reader girlies out there. So if that is you and you want to know that somebody else out there does read quite slowly, but does get to read quite a lot of books in a year, then hi, my name's Jess. I love reading. Today we're going to be doing what I realistically read in a week, and today I will be reading Nightbane by Alex Aster and Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson. Now, I am filming this intro post-production, so I know how the week went, and all I'll say is I definitely advocated for those slow reader girlies. There was nothing particularly busy going on about this week. It was just a normal week in my life, and so that's exactly what I wanted to show you. A very realistic reading week in the life of Jess Reads. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below if you've read either of these two books. I'd love to know your thoughts. If you are interested in seeing how I felt about specifically Nightbane by Alex Aster, please head on over to last week's video, which I shall pop a little card up here for, I believe, where you can see basically my journey with actually reading Nightbane. I filmed the two videos at the same time, hence the reason I'm filming the outro now. Hope you guys have fun watching this video, and I shall see you at the end.
This is the only place that I can get the camera to sit correctly, but we're starting this video at literally 3:16 in the afternoon on a Wednesday. This is going to be what I realistically read in a week. Now, we're starting it now because I've not read a single page today. Can I tell you why? No, I can't, but I will tell you the books I'm reading. So first off, we're reading Nightbane. I am doing this for another video, but I believe you will have probably already seen that video by now, so that's totally okay. But I'm reading Nightbane. We're on page 26. Of course, with it being me, I'm also reading a Kindle book. I am reading the Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson, and I'm on page 12. Oh my goodness. So, you're probably asking just like, why are you in the car with your seatbelt on? You're not going anywhere. I'm at an appointment with Ben. We're just waiting for Ben to finish. He finishes in the next 15 minutes. I had an hour to sit here and read, and I have in fact been scrolling on TikTok. Not happy about it, but here we are. Anyway, I don't know why I've still got my seatbelt on. I don't like sitting in a car without my seatbelt on. It just feels really weird. We're going to do what I realistically read in a week. We'll do from Wednesday today to Wednesday next week. That is a week. Or we'll do it Wednesday to Sunday. I don't know, we'll see. I only realised this morning that Hex Appeal is the first book in the series. Last year I read Hex in the City, not realising it's part of a series. And that was the second book. I thought they were completely unrelated. So I've read the second book in the series. There's the Hex Appeal, Hex in the City, and then Hex and Hexability. So we're just gonna go back and read the first book first. Like I said, I am on page 12 of Hex Appeal. I started reading this last night. I literally read for all of 5-10 minutes because it was late and I was tired. I technically started this Sunday and it's Wednesday, but I didn't properly actually pick it up and read more than the first page until last night. And again, I didn't read for very long, hence the reason I'm only on page 26. So the plan is for the next 15 minutes is to sit and read some Nightbane. Light Luck, I believed, was one of my very few 5-star reads last year. This book appears, or should I say will be appearing, but you've already seen it, so appears in my like 5-star predictions video. I'm not going to go too much into that obviously because it will be in that video, but this video is purely what I realistically read in a week. We're starting Wednesday. Let's sit and read some Nightbane until Ben gets back, and then I shall update you tonight. I guess I'll update you like every night before I go to bed at the end of each day, and then we can see how much I'm reading per day. I want to try and read more. I have been in such a horrific slump over the past week or 2 weeks, like really, really badly. As you guys know, I took a huge break from filming and editing and uploading. Lots of stuff going on. When you're seeing this video, that stuff is still going on. Hopefully by the time this goes out, things will have calmed down. This is my attempt at getting back into reading to show you what I realistically read in a week. I'm in a slump. I don't want to be in a slump. Let's get out of the slump. I'm sat in the car and it's absolutely blooming Baltic. I am so cold. Also, do excuse what I'm wearing and the state of me. I had an episode this morning, shall we call it? I had a bit of an adrenaline rush and it like knocked me for 6. I just absolutely crashed at the coffee shop. So I had to change into something else before we quickly left. Right, Ben is here. I shall see you in a bit.
Hello everybody, you've definitely seen me in this situation in one of my previous videos. That's because I'm filming them at the same time. I didn't film my reading for yesterday, Thursday, because I didn't start reading until stupid o'clock in the evening, and then I basically read most of it after midnight, which counts as today, which I'll update you on later. But let's recap. Wednesday we read Hex Appeal and we read 4 pages of that, and we also read Nightbane, which we read 33 pages of. Pretty good. Whereas yesterday, Thursday, we read Hex Appeal, we read 11 pages, and Nightbane, we read 0. Hopefully today will be much better. I'm planning on getting up to page 100 on Nightbane. I'm on 50 something. And Hex Appeal I read quite a bit last night after midnight, which will count for today's pages, Friday. So hopefully today's pages will be a bit better, but actually that's quite realistic, to be honest. I mean, reading 15 pages in 2 days of Hex Appeal, that's pretty standard for a Kindle book, actually. So if you'd like a little dose of cuteness though, I've got a little bean. But she's set like a question mark. This is Marjorie Jane. She is the first of our failed fosters. I haven't told them that we're adopting them.
Now's a great time.
Now's a great time. So we're actually adopting our 2 little foster puppies. This is Midgery, or Midge, short for midget. Mygella. But we are officially adopting them. They're going to be our puppies. We couldn't have them separated, or we didn't want them separated, and they just want to sleep in my hand. I mean, it's the cutest thing in the world. Yes, you. I'm talking about you. Anyway, I'm going to go do some more reading today. Probably won't catch up with you until this evening because we're going to see my grandmother this afternoon. But yeah, I'm going to read some of Nightbane. Obviously you won't be seeing that because I told you that's for another video, but I'll update you if I've read any more pages. Oh, hello. Can I help you? You just wanted to come and say hello? Yeah. I mean, how could we not adopt these gorgeous girlies? Hi, sweetie. Anyway, I'll update you. Hex Appeal's doing really well. Nightbane I'm really liking. Hello, can I help you? Looks like I'm having forced cuddles with a puppy. I shall speak to you in a bit. Good morning. Let's update for Friday. It's officially Saturday morning. Me and Benjamin are off to pick the parents up so that we can go walking in the Peak District. Anyway, like I said, it's Saturday morning. I thought I'd update you now because I don't think I'm going to get a lot of reading done today just because we are out walking, but I do need to update you for Friday. So, Hex Appeal, I read 44 pages yesterday. I was quite happy with, actually. I read most of it in the barber while I was waiting for Ben, which was quite relaxing, actually. And I finally read Nightbane. So obviously Thursday we had 0 pages for Nightbane, but yesterday I read 95 pages, I believe. 92 pages of Nightbane. I am officially up to page 125. Like I said, I wanted to make it up to 100 pages so it could be like 100 pages a day and I can finish it by Tuesday, which is the 1st of April. And I think I'm getting there because I'm already like a quarter of the way done. So great, that's if I can read 100 pages today, who knows. But yeah, that is Friday's update. I'm both of the books I am really enjoying. I'm really getting more into Nightbane, which you would have seen in the other video. And Hex Appeal is getting really good. I'm really enjoying this. I had a really funny dream last night that I had started like 5 or 6 books in one go and I just couldn't decide which one to continue reading, and I was like halfway through all of them, and then I woke up this morning like, oh thank goodness it's only 2 of them. You know, those are the problems that my brain comes up with. But yeah, anyway, I shall probably catch up with you later when we're back home. I hope you have a great day. I'll speak to you later. morning, guys. It's Tuesday. I didn't update you Sunday, I didn't update you Monday, so I'm updating you today. Sunday in the UK was Mother's Day, so I hope you guys, if you were in the UK, had a wonderful Mother's Day, and if not, I hope you had a great Sunday. Monday, just incredibly busy. Sunday, I barely read, to be honest with you. Let's have a look, because I've been writing things down in my notes. So Sunday, excuse me darling, Sunday for Hex Appeal I read 3 pages. I read 3 pages of my Kindle and that was to finish a chapter. I remember doing it. And Nightbane I read 83 pages. Oh, that was because I woke up stupidly early and I just sat in bed reading. That's so funny. I do remember that. I sat and read 83 pages first thing in the morning at literally like 7:30 because I was just up randomly early. Can you not bite your sister, please? Honestly. Oh, I didn't even tell you Monday. Buh. Okay, Monday. For Hex Appeal, I read 17 pages. That's a little bit better. And Nightbane, I read 65. Yesterday was a little bit of an admin day before Ben went back to work today, so we didn't do all that much, to be honest. But it is 8:50. I've got my books. I am currently, I would say like a good 60% through Nightbane, and I'm about 40% through Hex Appeal. So we're going to sit and see if we can finish one of those today. I reckon we can. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'll see you in a bit for a check-in. Hi guys! So yes, I look exactly the same as I did in the intro. That's because it is 0.2 seconds since filming the intro. If you can hear some really odd noises, my mini sausages are exercising demons on the daybed next to me. They're play fighting. And I'm just gonna let them do it because yeah. Anyway, so it's actually pretty representative of what I would read in a week, and I'm really quite happy with how that turned out, because there are some days where I don't film, I don't read, I don't even look at a book, I don't even think about the books I own, and that's what happens with life. So I was thinking, let's go through exactly what I read that week. So we started with Wednesday. For Hex Appeal we read 4 pages, shot. Nightbane we read 33 pages. That's pretty standard. On Thursday we then read 11 pages of Hex Appeal. I guess I just didn't pick up my Kindle at all, to be honest. And I read absolutely nothing of Nightbane. Nothing. Didn't even pick the book up, didn't even fancy it. Friday was better. I read 44 pages of Hex Appeal. That was probably because I couldn't sleep that night. And I read 92 pages of Nightbane. So I was really getting into the story by that point. Saturday, we read 17 pages of Hex Appeal and 9 pages of Nightbane. That was purely because on Saturday, as you saw, we went to the Peak District with my parents and did a load of walking with the dogs. I'm not going to take my book, I'm not going to pick it up, do you know what I mean? Sunday was a little bit better. Apart from Hex Appeal, we only read 3 pages, and Nightbane we read 83, so really getting into the flow of things by the weekend. Come Monday, I read 17 pages of Hex Appeal and 65 pages of Nightbane. So Nightbane has kind of stayed pretty regular. I guess I just enjoyed the book. To be honest, Hex Appeal was my like nighttime reading book. I've just caught a dog falling off the sofa. Yeah, so Monday I read 17 pages of Hex Appeal and 65 pages of Nightbane. And finally, on Tuesday, I read 30 pages of Hex Appeal and 82 pages of Nightbane. I did not finish either of these books during this challenge, even in a week. And I can tell you I started both of those books. I believe I started both of those books before I started filming the video. So yeah, it does take me over a week to read most books. But Nightbane is over 400 pages, so don't come for me with that one. Now, the funniest thing about this video is that although I read 2 fantasies, I read 2 completely different fantasies, and I really enjoyed doing that. I was really into my witchy romances recently. Not the ones that are like autumny and cozy, the ones that are literally just witchy and romancy. And I love that, absolutely love that. Like I said, if you want to see how I enjoyed Nightbane, how I rated it, then head on over to last week's video where I read my 5-star predictions. I tell you all about how I found my experience reading the long-awaited sequel in the Lightlark trilogy by Alex Aster. Obviously I know Skyshade is out, but in my mind I'm ignoring it because it's only out in hardback and not out in paperback. It works, I swear. Now, Hex Appeal. Obviously, Hex Appeal is the first book. Second book is Hex and the City, and third book is Hex and Hexability. I haven't read Hex and Hexability yet, but I am so very excited to. I believe I have like requested it on Libby. It's on hold at Libby, I believe. I'm in a queue to read it. I would recommend all of those books, absolutely. I believe I rated Hex and the City 3 stars, and I believe I rated Hex Appeal 3 stars, Not bad at all. It was a very good book. I rated Hex Appeal 3 stars. It was a very standard book. It wasn't mind-blowing. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, which is why it was 3 stars. It wasn't just mid, like it was better than mid, hence the reason it was 3 stars. After that fiasco, I think it's time I end the video. Sorry this video is short. That's the whole point of it being realistic. It's not just what I realistically read, it's what I realistically film. It's my realistic reading week. And so there you have it. If there are any videos that you would recommend me to film, you would like me to film, any books you'd like to recommend, your thoughts on the 2 books I read in this video, literally anything, comment it down below and let's have a chat. Thank you so much. I have hit 500 subscribers and I cannot tell you how nice it is to know that there are so many of you out there that watch these videos and enjoy them enough to want to subscribe to watch more. So if any of you new subscribers have book recommendations, video recommendations, music recommendations, I'm literally here for all of it. So thank you so much. I'll chat to you in the comments and I shall see you next week. Speak to you soon, guys. The dog! I can't believe I just caught that on camera. The dog has weed all over my hand.